Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about two products, and that's going to be the Fifine Tank6 microphone, which is what I'm talking out of right now, and then also the SC8 audio mixer amplifier. And this is an XLR mic, but it's also a USB or USB-C mic. It has the cable with a little adapter for you to be able to use either option. And I've been using this for a couple weeks now that I've got it. I've got a lot of feedback on it too, and it sounds really good in my opinion. So Fifine did send this over to me. We also have a collaboration with them on the Handheld United Speedcast. So if you tune into those weekly, you may have caught us, last week or the week before using some of these microphones and the audio mixer combination. And so I'll leave a link to that channel if you want to check that out. And you'll see, a full episode of us using these microphones so you can get a better sampling of the full sound scope of this from different voices, not just mine, but my three other co-hosts as well. So let's get back to this. So Fifine did send this over to me. No money exchanged hands. All opinions are my own. This is, again, the SC8 amplifier. And then also, again, the Tank6 microphone. And so between these two devices, it's created a pretty good experience. And I've never had an XLR mic, before. And I'm enjoying it so far. Before, the mics that I was using weren't XLR, they didn't have an amplifier like this. I was using it with the USB-C, but I have noticed a difference by using this, and it is really nice that you can actually adjust with the different dials. There's also in the back of this an RGB switch to change the colors, so you can see, right now, let's pull that back. So you can see right now the RGB is lit up, and you can make those changes with this, through the button swap to just change those colors and cycle through. But there is a mic monitoring button. There is an EQ button. There's a 7.1 audio sound, so you can make adjustments if you're gaming with this. There's also the output dials that you can change the chat to game mixes. There's an optical on the back that you can plug in. There's a headset for plug-in. There's an auxiliary in, and then another headphone one. There's a lot of different options with a mixer that you don't get just by plugging something in through the USB-C or running through software. So I haven't really touched on the software on here, and I'm not going to, because I like to have something that's easy, plug and play, and then sounds good without having to do a whole bunch of tweaking. So again, you get a good idea of what that looks like here. This boom arm that I'm using too is actually a Fifine one as well, but this one was purchased with my own money. I actually already had this boom arm, and it cycles all the way through my desk. It kind of just hovers over everything. But this microphone is actually super heavy. This is the heaviest microphone that I own. And it's actually quickly become my favorite because it sounds the best to me for quality. And that could be strongly due to this audio amplifier mixer. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the sound on this thing. In terms of having the headphones plugged in, again, the mic monitoring, being able to make those small tweaks and adjustments on the fly, especially when we're doing, podcast recordings and things like that. It's nice to be able to make those small tweaks without having to open software or adjust things. You just, push a button. You can customize some of the presets as well, too, if you want to change some stuff. And then you can change your voice, which I'll show you what that sounds like here. All right, let's test this out. So this is the Fifine microphone, and there's a bunch of voice changer options. So let's go through. This is auto tune, and this one.
What is this? This is elder. I don't know what an older person. I guess that's what I sound like.
Monster? Do I sound pretty scary here, maybe? Robot? Again, I don't know what these sound like, but I'm gonna listen to it back on recording.
And we'll see what that looks like. So this is megaphone. Okay.
Baby? A small child? I guess? Yeah? Female? Alright, don't know how much different that is from mine now.
And then male voice, so very masculine, I guess.
And then we'll go back to normal. So, I don't know. Let's hear what that sounds like. I'm going to play that back so that I can hear it too, but yeah. Well, I just listened to that and did that. I haven't used the sound voice. I've sampled it for others to hear, and their faces always change, in unique ways, but I haven't actually recorded it and listened to it myself, and that was something else. I won't be doing that. I mean, maybe for the Speedcast, we might dabble in some different samples just for fun, but yeah, it's there. It's there if you want it. That's cool. And if you don't want to use the audio mixer, you don't have to use the audio mixer. You can use just the microphone. You can plug it in. There's a headphone jack right at the bottom here. You don't have to use that XLR. And then there's also the USB. And then when you're using it with USB, you can still control the headphone volume on there. And then you can also control the gain on there. So those are a couple options. And then there's a mute button as well, just like right on the front here. So you can easily tap that and, be able to mute your device. So let me flip over to just on USB so you can hear what that sounds like. And now I have it plugged in straight through USB, so you can see there's a green light on. That's showing that it's live. You can clearly see if you're on mute or not. And again, we've got, the gain and the dials on there. I haven't changed anything. It's all sitting the way that it was originally out of the box because I've really just been using this with the amplifier. But you get a sampling of both, what it sounds like with me speaking through the amplifier and then directly through the USB. And it's important to note with this microphone, you need to speak right into the top. So right up here. If I speak on the sides or any of the different angles, then you can see, or hear, I guess not see, but you can see and hear at the same time the difference in the audio. So you really need to speak right into the top. So overall, I am really impressed with this microphone. I enjoy it. It's what I'm going to be running in my regular setup, until something else, like if Fifine sends me something else and they're like, hey, try this. Okay, cool. I'll try that too. But I am really enjoying it. And I do see the value in having all those different knobs and adapters and settings right on the actual amplifier and the audio mixer. And then again, having like an optical option, having a auxiliary option, being able to adjust the mic monitoring, audio settings. There's a lot of flexibility that you don't get just on the fly with having software, and that can be a little bit messy sometimes too. But from a quality standpoint, I definitely am noticing the difference between having a USB microphone and then having something connected to the audio mixer. And hopefully you notice that too. And if you do, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this. And then again, if you want to, catch an episode of Handhelds United Speedcast, you'll catch us with all the microphones, just using that and then having a conversation about it. I'll make sure I link that in description when we actually all have the microphones. But a few of us have already started using it in the Speedcast, and I've definitely noticed the difference with that. If you want to pick one up, again, link in the description. Thank you, Fifine, for sending this over to me. No money exchange hands. This is just to test and review the product, so all feedback is honest, my own. They don't see this before it goes out. And if you enjoy this, if it was helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Take care till the next one.